Hello everyone, Niev here, and today I am walking through the Tarot Yokai, and this is the a mass market deck. It's available on Amazon US. However, it is a little pricey. It's like $40, and I think it's shipped from Amazon France, maybe Amazon Germany. But I have, so there's two versions of this. There's one that's completely in French, which is the one I got, and then there's one in Italian. So it's got the same sort of setup that the Kamito Yokai Oracle had. And if you're interested in seeing that, that should, I think it's the video right before this one, because I got these decks a few days apart. So I already did the walkthrough of the Kamito Yokai. So yeah, and this is, as you could see, this was a very similar setup. It's the same sort of large two-piece box with a decent sized book. This and full color. It's completely in French, and so was the Kamito Yokai. Yeah, and then the size of the cards themselves are pretty similar. I haven't actually checked that, but they both also come in the bags. I'm going to make my own, though. And I actually have some fabric that I might show on camera so we can kind of get some opinions on which fabric I should use. All right, so I'm going to set this to the side. I will grab it in a moment. I'm going to pull... Oh, let's look at the book real quick. It's got, I mean, one of the reasons why I chose this deck instead of the independent, I think it's called Tarot Yokai or Yokai Tarot or something like that. Very similar name. But the main reason I chose the mass market version is because there's Japanese on the cards, and the independent deck of a similar name has it all in English. So I really wanted the Japanese. So I don't care. I really don't care about the French. I do think I'll probably use some like Google Lens or something if I really wanted to know what it says and to kind of get an understanding. So we have some spreads here. Looks like a past, present, future. Show that. And then like a simple cross. It looks like the present, past, future, like the foundation or the influences and the potential. And of course, I don't speak French, but you know, through context, I can understand what that says. Yeah, so, and then here's, it looks like a little bit of an understanding of what some of the key terms sort of mean, like kami is basically the gods, the divine entities of the Shinto pantheon. See, like I don't even speak French, and I can I can kind of understand what it's saying. That's a fox, of course, from Japanese folklore. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And then let's see. And then it starts going into the cards. I love the art of this deck for sure. So yeah, quite a bit of information on each card. I'm trying to stay in frame here. Now, this is not the kind of book that lays open, though. It's very difficult. You gotta hold it open like that. So it's a little difficult to look through it when I'm doing it on camera. But yeah, so pretty awesome. The artwork also is what drew me to this deck. Okay, so let's take this out. All right. Sometimes I keep the bags when I get a deck that comes with bags. Sometimes I keep them. It depends on the bag. But I don't really like these ones. So, yeah. All right. So, unlike with the other deck, I actually really dislike the backs of this one. Yeah, it's not super great. I don't really like the backs. And the cardstock, which I was warned about, is not good. Yeah, it's very flimsy, and in fact I think it's quite a bit different than the cardstock here. Let me double check that and see. Ooh, it's knotted. There we go. Yeah, because if I remember from a few days ago, the cardstock here was actually pretty good. And yeah, I can already tell a difference. The cardstock on the Kamito Yokai is much better. It's similar. It really is similar, but I don't know if you can tell, like, or if we can tell. We can't really see a difference, but I think there's some sort of coating on this that gives it a little bit more of a sturdiness, whereas this one's pretty thin. In fact, I kind of want to check to see how similar it is to the Tarot of the Great Outdoors, because that cardstock is absolutely horrendous. So I kind of, and this is reminiscent of it, but just off of how I'm feeling it, I think this is slightly better, but I'll grab that deck and see. Okay, we have the Tarot of the Great Outdoors here. I'm going to move the Kamito Yokai to the side. This is the cool bag I made for it. Pretty neat, huh? All right, let's pull this one out and see how this looks. Or not so much how it looks, but we can see how it looks together. I mean, this is a tarot and a tarot, but that's fine. I love the backs on this one, though. Oh, God. They're just all falling apart here. All right, just making a mess. Don't mind me. So let me see. Oh yeah, this is thinner. This is thinner. So this is not good. I mean, like cardstock wise. And in fact, when I first opened this, the little paper that was wrapped around, I was trying to slide it off, and I was pulling one of the cards, and one of the cards almost bent. So it is not great cardstock. And I'm really considering getting some like really thin like contact paper, and that because I also don't like the back of this, and coating the backs. So that's a possibility. I do think I might scan these though, just in case I mess up the cards. So yeah, let me pull this to the side. All right, so let's just go ahead and go through these cards. Of course, the titles are in French and Japanese. I would really have preferred just the Japanese. Yeah, and if I do end up scanning these, like if I really mess up the backs or whatever, and I don't like the way that it turned out, I think what I'll probably do is just make my own little copy on MakePlayingCards or something like that. That way I can pick the backs too, and I can kind of just have the artwork and then like put the Japanese on the card itself, because there are some cards. Let me see if I can get to it here. Chariot, Strength, like this card, Hermit. So like right here, the titles that are a little too large in French, they put the Japanese on the card itself. And actually, I would have really just preferred like this, a card like that. That would have been great. So I don't know. I am really tempted to scan these and then just put the Japanese on the cards. Yeah, and then cut off the bottom part. It's very tempting. And of course, it would just be for me. Yeah, and this is such a silly way to do it, like design-wise. I would have just, I don't know. I would have picked the longest title and done that, and then all the other titles in that same font and same size. That way it doesn't look so odd, you know? So, yeah, I mean, so I'm not crazy about the French, but man, this artwork is awesome. I'm really enjoying this. Temperance, this is beautiful. And of course, I don't exactly know the mythological characters. This is kind of a learning project for me. Though I think the Tarot Yokai is going to be more of a study for me. And then this is more going to be an addition, if that makes sense. I feel like so far the Kamito Yokai is kind of the star here of the two. Now, I don't know if these are made by the same people. I actually never checked that. So let me get that's done with the Major Arcana. Let me grab the book, I think, for the Kamito Yokai and see. Okay, so here's a comparison of the books. I'm just going to set on top of these. It looks like it's completely different authors and artists. Sorry about the dog going through the dog door. Yeah, which is interesting because the art in here is pretty similar. And I will be pairing these together. But Yeah, the art is very, very similar. There's a difference, but they are very, very similar. So I am quite surprised that it's not the same artist. And the cards themselves seem like they're about the same size. So I mean, I guess now that I'm looking at it, there does seem to be a bit of a difference. So yeah, here's the books themselves. They're about, yeah, they are the same size. I think there's more in this, but that makes sense because there's more tarot cards than there are oracle cards. So yeah, very comparable decks. All right, so we're in the wands. So that says wando no esu. Esu. So Ace of Wands. Yeah, and I do find the French to be a little distracting because I find that I'm looking less at the Japanese and I'm just reading the French. Even though I don't speak French, it's, you know, it's not difficult to understand what's being depicted here. And obviously, I would read this as 4 of batons, but Wando no, I don't know if it's she or Yon. Probably she, but I'm not sure because 4 is said in 2 different ways. But yeah, so Wando no go, and I want to be able to say it like what's on the Japanese instead of like looking at this and going, oh, it's 5 of Wands, or 5 of batons. But yeah, this looks like a good 7 of Wands, or Wando no Shichi or Nana. 7 is also said in 2 different ways. Oh, that's a cute one. Interesting. That's an interesting interpretation of the 9 of Wands there. All right, so I'm going to try to go a little faster through this. Yeah, the cards are quite thin, but as we saw, they're not as thin as the... they're not as thin as the Tarot of the Great Outdoors, because that cardstock is horrendous. It really is. And this is not, like, it's too thin for sure, and, like, it seems like it could easily be bent, especially with the size. If this was a smaller deck and the same exact cardstock, I actually don't think it would be that bad. But because of the length of these cards, I don't know, it makes... the idea of them bending a lot more plausible there, or feasible. I mean, the artwork on this is beautiful. I mean, I really, really like this deck. I'm going to go a little faster here. Ooh, that's pretty. So Valet is the page. Now, I think it's Oji. So this is Kapo no Oji. I think that's, which is prince in Japanese. Right here, that means prince. I think it's Oji, but I'm not 100%. And of course, that says Kapo. Kapo no Oji. So cup of a page, but it's prince in there. And then cavalier is, of course, the knights. Kapo no, I think this says samurai. I'm pretty sure that says samurai, but I'm not 100%. And then this one for queen, the reina, I don't know how to say that in French, but is jo, which means queen. And that means O. So Kapo no O. And you notice that it's got the same symbol. That's the symbol for king. And then that's woman king, so that's queen. Then this that's a completely different symbol. And then over here, this one also, because that means prince, it's the king child. That's so fun little Japanese sort of lesson there. All right, so now we're in the swords. Sodo no esu. So sodo no ni, sodo no san, and then again, I'm not sure if it's she or yon, but maybe she. Sodo no shi, I don't know. And go, roku, shichi or nana, hachi, kyu, ju, Oji, I think. Oji. And I think this was samurai. And of course, these are swords. I'm going faster here. And then Jo for queen. And then, of course, this is O. And now we're in the coins. Coin no esu. Wow, such interesting art. Ooh, that's cool. So the 4 of coins with this almost like phoenix type character is interesting. Interesting interpretation. This feels very 5 of coins. Roku? And here is the 8 of coins. That is typically my favorite card in tarot is the 8 of pentacles, 8 of coins. This is interesting. I'm not sure how it's being interpreted here, because 8 of coins is something that's a lot of focus and passion, like a kind of being in the zone is kind of what I think of the 8 of pentacles. So I'm interested to see the interpretation of that. And we're near the end, and then we can start doing the pairings. All right, 10. That makes sense to me. Funny. All right. Very cool. And here's the last one. All right. So I do like these. Now I cannot riffle shuffle these because I've actually already gone through this a little bit. I reordered it for the video, but I tried shuffling like how I did the other deck, which, because they're so long, I can't shuffle them like that. So I tried to do a corner thing, and this one doesn't go as smoothly as this one does. The cardstock just isn't quite as good. So I think this deck in particular is only going to be overhand, so, which is unfortunate. And if I end up putting contact paper or doing something with the backs, I don't know how much that will change the deck. So I kind of want to do a little side by side, not of all the cards, but let's do some pairings. And of course, we're going to start off with the Kamito Yokai, because it looks like these ones are kind of, I don't know if they're meant to go together, but they're very, very similar. They're the same size, very similar artwork. So we'll do that. I'm going to do a quick shuffle of this. I love the backs of these ones. Yeah, this cardstock, I can already tell, is a lot better. And it doesn't, I don't think it's all that thicker, but I think there's potentially some sort of coating on this that's giving it more stability. So let's zoom in a bit. I'll move the camera a little bit. So yeah, I mean, this to me obviously looks like it goes pretty well. Yeah, I mean, there's not much to really say about this. As I said in my video on this deck and my video on my tarot trimester, I think next year my Nihongo no Nikki, or my Japanese language diary, is going to be focused on this deck, because there's 52 cards in this deck. And so I'm going to do one card a week and do a kind of a full a week focus on that card, and translating and researching the character that's depicted there, because right now, I mean, it does look okay. I don't like that this is white and these are like grayish beige. I don't like that difference, but they do seem like they're, you know, they are, I don't know if meant is the right word, but meant to go together. That they do go well together. So yeah, I mean, that's nice. I'm going to pull one more, and I think I'm going to grab a different deck to put in the middle here. So before I bring out the next one, and in fact, maybe I can even use this one, I want to pull my morning card, or my daily card rather. And this is the Druid Animal Oracle, which is what I'm using this month for the month of May for my morning or daily pulls. So I'm not going to go through and talk about what it means. I'm just pulling the card and, yeah, and recording it in my journal here. So we have the horse great. So I'm going to set that right here real quick and grab my daily journal, my daily tarot journal. Go to the month of May. Still haven't finished decorating this page yet, but today is the 15th. So we have horse, and today is the first quarter moon in Leo. All right, so I've recorded that, done my duty there, and we can quickly go through and look at how this deck might look with this card, with this deck. Actually, it's not bad. I mean, we got a sort of connection right there. I mean, that's pretty good, actually. I wasn't planning on pulling this one out for this, but actually it looks pretty cool. I do like this. I'll just do a couple more because I have a bunch of decks to pull out to kind of look at with this. Cool. And let's do one more. Oh, interesting. Be interesting if I pulled the fox card when I got like a kitsune card in here. So anyway, so that's the Druid Animal Oracle, and actually it looked pretty cool. And since we're on animals right now, I also pulled out the Illustrated Bestiary because I thought this one might look cool with this. You know, because I also have the Crystallary and the Herbiary, but there's something about this energy that feels more animal-y, more animal-ish. Let me zoom in a little bit here. All right, so let me grab this one. All right. Oh, that looks pretty good. Let's see. Oh, all right. It is very interesting. I kind of like the colors together. That's interesting. I do think animal energy really lends itself well to this deck, though. Oh, look at that. That worked. Huh. Yeah, I quite like this. And this is almost like it's the Predator, you know? And this is the High Priestess. One more. Ooh, look at that. The cat. Yeah, actually I think this was a pretty good one. This was a pretty good this was a winner. So I do want to try it with some of my other Japanese Oracle decks. This is the Shinwa Oracle. Still don't have a bag for this one yet. I don't have a bag for any of my Japanese decks yet. Let me shuffle this real quick because I think I had used this looking through another one. So I'm just going to pull a few of these because I want to try the other deck I have too. So this is okay. I mean, it is slightly... it kind of clashes a little bit, just the style. Ooh. Yeah, I'm not sure. I do like all the Japanese. I mean, it is an interesting energy, and it kind of has a similar sort of feel as that Kamito Yokai, in the sense that this deck is all about divine beings and legendary characters, and then it's got this this deck to the side, which is all the yokai. So it does have that energy. So I don't hate it. I think I liked the animal one a little bit more, but I do like this. I think it's pretty good. And of course, we're just looking at energy, and wow, look at all the red on this one. That one worked. Yeah, okay. I think this works, but let me try the Bushido Oracle now, which is, it's a similar deck. It's also a Japanese deck, but it's got a different art style. It's more anime or manga looking art style. Whoops, hello. I like the backs. It's pretty neat. Here we go. And I'll do a quick shuffle on this. All right. All right. Well, hello. Look at all the red on that. So obviously, I mean, the cards are very, very similar to the chinois, but the art style is very different. Yeah. But I like all that red on this. Look at that. Oops. I like it. I think I like the art style of the chinois a little bit more, though. Look at that. I think this works, though. And even though it's like totally different styles, I think this works. Again, I don't hate it. I think it works well. All right, so there's the Bushido. And we're going to go in a different direction now. Let's try the Nocturna Oracle. This one's much darker, so, and the Yokai in this deck are quite dark as well. All right, let me see if I can get this out here. All right, so, well, it does help because this deck is much less busy than the Tarot Yokai. So it does allow for a certain like focal point going on here. I do like this. It does bring it brings a focus. Yeah, I wasn't sure how this was gonna go, but I think I kind of like it. Yeah, and look at the flowiness of this, along with the flowiness here of this Queen of Swords. Soro no Jo. And then the Four of Wands over here. Very interesting. Oh, see, and that also has connections. So, all right. Oh, see, and that would have worked because of the tide pool. You know, I feel like I'm just like one off on these. You know. Let's see. Conch. Yeah, actually, I think I like this more than I thought I was going to. It kind of works. Because it's so simple and it's dark, it takes the busyness of this deck and just sort of brings a focus to it. So yeah, pretty happy with this. All right, let's see, what else am I gonna pull out? Hello, sorry. So I thought I'd give the Memento Mori a little shot here. I'm not gonna pull too many out. Let's see. Woo. All right, let me just grab a chunk here. Instead of trying to get this evenly split or pull out a whole thing, I'll just grab a chunk. So, let's see how I like this. I think this is okay, but I think I liked the contrast of the Nocturna more than this, because I feel like this one almost blends in a bit too much. Though I do like these coffin nails card. It's a good card. Yeah, you know, it's funny because before I started this, I was thinking that maybe the Nocturna wasn't going to work, and I was also thinking that this one would probably definitely work. But I think my opinion is shifted. This is okay, but I think I actually really liked that Nocturna Oracle. And I think a lot of it's because animal energy seems to go really well with this deck. Let's do one more. I mean, this sort of works here. The witch with this being here and the Two of Cups. I mean, that sort of works. But, like, it's not bad. It's just not super great. So, there's one more thing I want to pull out. So, one thing I discovered when I did the walkthrough of the Kamito Yokai was that this series, the Cosma Visions and the Prisma Visions, I think this is Cosma and this is Prisma, go really well with this style, with these cards. So I think I want to try to do a connection here. Now, so the Cosma Visions is it's or Prismavision, Cosmovisions. Cosmovisions is kind of a it's kind of a tarot slash kind of an oracle. It calls itself an oracle, but it's set up and there's the same amount of cards as a tarot, and it's got the same suits and everything. So it is a tarot, but it's also kind of not. Yeah, so I think I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to pull out the Prismavisions, and I constantly mix up the names of these decks because I did a pick a card on my Instagram using the Kamito Yokai along with I called it the Cosmovisions, but it was the Prismavisions. But it was really like I really liked it, and I'm definitely gonna do more pick a cards for my Instagram because they're nice and short. But yeah, here's the. Now, I do think I like the colors of the Cosma more. And, and the reason why I keep messing up which one is Cosma, which one is Prisma, is because when I think Cosma, I think blue because the cosmos. I mean, look at my desk here. And I painted my desk, too. This was my own artwork. Let me see if I can zoom out. Not much, but that's my own artwork here. But Cosma, the blue makes me think Cosma. So look at this energy here. I like that. So that's why I keep thinking the blue deck is the Cosma Visions and the green deck is Prisma, but it's the other way around. So this is kind of the opposite of that Nocturna Oracle, where the Nocturna Oracle is less busy, and it's very minimal, and it kind of helps to bring a focal point to the main cards here, the tarot deck. This one is just as busy, if not more busy. And I don't know, the energy of this I also really, really like. So I don't know. I really do enjoy the Cosma and Prismavisions against the these Yokai decks. I don't know. I think there's something about the energy that just sort of works for me. Oh wow, that's interesting. This one, it's the Seven of Pentacles, and then we have the Seven of Cups here, and they both have that same sort of energy going on here. And these characters are both knelt down. This character here, the Mender, which I'm not sure which suit that is, because all of the quartz in the Cosmovisions are completely renamed, and so that's where it doesn't quite work for me as a tarot, because I never remember what suit that actually is. But yeah, I like that. These two characters are bending down. This one is squatting as well. And this is almost like, it's not, maybe like bowing almost. Yeah. Or it's kind of in motion. It's hard to tell. But yeah, it's just interesting. Yeah, I'm going to do one more here and we'll see. I mean, it looks pretty cool. I like it. I think I definitely liked these a bit more with the Kamito Yokai, though. But, yeah. So, I'm going to pull all these out here. Actually, one more. And that is the Ryujin Kado, the Dragon God cards. And I just, this is another one of my Japanese decks. I just kind of wanted to see. I have it in a little bit of a different setup here with one pile of the tarot cards and then two of the oracle cards here. I thought maybe we could see how this might look here. I think it's pretty cool, but like because this deck is mini, I feel like I would need to use like two of these per reading. So I don't know how that would go, but it looks okay. I actually really, really love this deck with the Mars Power Tarot. And to me, those two decks, and I just kind of got them. I mean, I've had this one since January, but they immediately bonded in my collection. So, yeah, I almost feel like using the Ryujin Kado with anything other than the Mars power feels like it's like cheating on the Mars power. But yeah, I mean, it looks okay. Not my favorite. All right. Okay, so as far as my favorite pairings, so let's see. I thought the Druid Animal actually went pretty well. And along those same veins, here it is. I also thought the illustrated bestiary was also very good. Really loved the Nocturna with that. That actually fit very nicely. And of course, I do really like the Cosma and Prisma Visions. I'm just going to pull one of them out. That one fit pretty well. Let's see. And I think I also kind of liked the chinois with that, but I'll leave that one out. Yeah, so there were the ones that I thought probably looked the best. Yeah, so, oh my god, you guys, I completely forgot to pull out the fabric that I was going to show. So yeah, I'm going to do that real quick. So my goodbye everyone was a false alarm. So I do have actually some more fabric coming in because I bought a bunch of fat quarters of Japanese fabric, and I'm getting a bunch of red ones in, and one of them will definitely be for this Ryujin Kado. And I think there's some blue ones too, which I think would look nice with the chinois here. But I have this pack of like different like purpley ones, purpley and pink, which I think might go well with this one, since the main colors for the box and the bag that it came with is pink. And there's blue for this one, so like blue over here and pink over here. So I kind of want to keep with that sort of color scheme here. So I have some fabric that I'm just gonna pull out a few here. So we've got this one, which is very floral, very nice, could look nice, you know. We've got this one, some cherry blossoms. I like this. This could be good for the Yokai one. I like that. Now this one, I kind of want to pick one that has the koi fish on there because of the backs. So we'll see. And maybe whatever fabric I ended up choosing for this, if I end up doing a changing the backs of the cards, maybe it'll match. So and then I have this one, which is just a general like motif. I think maybe I kind of like that one for the chinois cards, but I'm not sure. Oops, bonking the camera here. And then this one's got a bit more blue, which might look good with this deck here. So this one's a bit more blue. But again, I kind of want to go with koi for that one. And there's in the pack, the red pack that's coming in today, there is a koi one. So it's not blue, but it could still match with that one. And then there's this one, which I also like. It's got bunnies on there, which might go well with this one because there's that card that has the bunny. I think it's like the 9 of Cups. No, not 9 of Cups. Maybe 9 of Wands. Anyway, I can't find. I'm not going to search for it, but I think maybe I might go with this one because of that. And it's got that pink that I want to keep with this deck. That is really prevalent in the box and stuff. So I don't know. What do you think? Tell me your opinions. Tell me which ones you liked. I didn't do A, B, C, or D, or 1, 2, 3, 4. You can count yourself and tell me what number you liked for the decks here. And it does, the backs of these do have like that purpley. But again, I'm going to try not to keep these backs. I want to try to find something else to put on the backs. But all right, now for real this time, thank you so much for watching everyone, and I will see you next time. Bye.